แล้วลมไล่อย่างแรงก็อยากจะเดินเข้าไปหาไปทักล้อเล่นกับเธอว่ารักแต่มันก็เร็วเกินไปไอ้พวกผู้ชายที่เคยเล่นกันครั้งก่อนต้องหยุดเอาไว้ก่อนเพราะตอนนี้จะเลิกคุยทั้งอำเภอเพื่อเธอคนเดียวเนี่ยรู้ไหมจะไม่ยอมเล่นกับใครจะยกให้เธอไปทั้งใจจะมีเพียงเธอเท่านั้น
Welcome from Thailand. Well, it's another beautiful sunny day here in Hua Hin. It's the wet season here in Thailand, but you wouldn't know it to look at the weather. For me, Hua Hin has the best weather in the whole of the country. Many areas of Thailand get floods during the wet season, but we rarely even see heavy rain here in this part of Thailand all year round. Anyway, about today's video. As you may know from some of my videos, my formative years were spent in Middlesbrough in the UK. They were great days back in those years, but unfortunately the UK is not the same today, and it's definitely not the same now as the country that I grew up in. And it's very sad to see that decline, not just in the UK, but in many Western countries. Around 1967, 1968, I started to enjoy the Middlesbrough nightlife. In those days, you never had to show ID to get into a pub or nightclub, and even though I didn't look anything like 18 years of age, I still had no problem getting into the nightclubs. So I'd be out every Saturday night until the early hours of Sunday morning, drinking and having a great time with friends. I was nearly always hungover on Sunday mornings, and I needed a hair of the dog, so a typical Sunday for me was sleeping late, then going to the local working man's club to have a few beers with my mates, who were also hungover from the night before, and then watch a few strippers on the stage, because that's what you did in those days, as they were men-only clubs. Try opening a men-only club today, the LGBTQXYZ crowd would be protesting outside the door before you could say Dylan Mulvaney. But what I've heard from my mates in Middlesbrough, most of them have now closed down. Anyway, after watching the strippers and having a few too many jars, like all my friends, I would stagger home where my mum had cooked a roast Sunday lunch. Over a month, 1 week it would be roast beef, the week after it would be roast lamb, the following week it would be roast pork, and the next would be roast chicken, all served with traditional vegetables and Yorkshire pudding. That was 58 years ago, and after travelling the world, working as a chef, I now live here in Thailand. So what are my Sundays like now here in Hua Hin? Well, I can assure you they're nothing like my days back in Middlesbrough when I was 17, as I'm older and wiser now. Well, probably not much wiser. My school years were under-accomplished, and I left school at 15 in 1966 with very little education. In fact, it was only when I left school and got a job that I realised I was intelligent, as I didn't show any signs of intelligence in the 4 years I wasted in high school. So what are my Sundays like now, living here in Hua Hin, compared to my Sundays back in the UK? Well, as the saying goes, you can take the boy from the town, but you can't take the town from the boy. So a traditional Sunday lunch is still high on my agenda most Sundays here in Thailand. Though there are no strippers to watch before lunch. But to compensate, there are many bar girls you can talk with if you're so inclined, if you go searching for them after your Sunday lunch. So let me show you what a typical Sunday is like for me, living here in Hua Hin in Thailand, and how much money it costs me for an entertaining and enjoyable Sunday. I start my Sunday mornings the same as I do most of my mornings here in Hua Hin. I go for a morning walk. Sometimes I go down to the beach and walk along the shore before taking a swim in the sea. But this morning I'm heading up to Hinlek Fair Lookout, as it's a peaceful and relaxing way to start the day. I walk most mornings as it tends to keep me fit and healthy, which is essential when you get to my age, especially if you want to receive a telegram from the King on your 100th birthday. While walking up to the top of Hinlek Fair, you see lots of monkeys who live on the mountain, and it makes me realise that I'm living a much different life here in Thailand than if I'd stayed in the UK. When you get to the top of the mountain, the views are to die for, especially at this time of the morning when the sun is just rising over the Gulf of Thailand. After my morning walk, I sometimes go to a restaurant close to my condo called Morning Cups. They do a great traditional breakfast, but I'm not going there today because I'm going for Sunday lunch. But next time I go to Morning Cups, I'll take a video so you can see what a great place it is and how good the food is. What I normally do after my walk is to go back to the condo and grab some breakfast. Because it's only 8 AM, I then relax for an hour, then head to the beach. Hua Hin beach is only about a 5-minute drive away, but I prefer not to go there as it can be quite crowded, especially in the high season. Another reason I don't go there much is because when the tide's in, you can't see the rocks underneath the sea that are encrusted with seashells, and many times I've cut my feet when standing on them. Whereas if you head out of town to places like Cham to the north, or Khao Takiab or Khao Tau Beach to the south, they're less crowded and in my opinion nicer beaches with no rocks underneath the surface. But today I'm going to my favourite beach in the area, Sai Noi Beach, which is just a 20-minute drive south of Hua Hin town centre.
Sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. You see a big stone and I borrow. Yeah. Why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Swaddy Cab, how are you doing? So this is Sai Noi Beach. It's around 10:30 on Sunday morning, and as you can see there's hardly anyone here. This is a great place to come and very economical. You can rent a chair for the whole day for just 20 baht, which is about 60 cents. And it's not like Benidorm where you've got to rush out early every morning and put your towel down to get a sunbed. And the prices for food and drinks are not like Benidorm either. There are many hotels and guest houses scattered around the area, including one that's right on the beach next to the restaurant we just came through. Just over the mountain there is Khao Tau Beach, where there's a beautiful temple, Wat Khao Tham Tau, which translates to Temple of the Turtle Cave. And if you're coming down this way, it's well worth a trek over the mountains to see it. But if you're not feeling up to it, you can always drive there. So I'm going to relax for a couple of hours, swim in the warm sea, have a mango smoothie, then head back to the condo, have a shower, and then head out for Sunday lunch. So it's Sunday. So where do you get the best Sunday roasts in Hua Hin? Well, in my opinion, it's here at Le Pub, which is on Soi 125. Though there's half a dozen places here in Hua Hin that do Sunday roasts, including Father Ted's, Andriana's Bakery, Baba Beach Club and Rafferty's Irish Pub. the menu. It's quite small, but very good. You got roast chicken, a small portion, which don't be fooled, it's not small, it's massive. That's 199, or a large one is 269. The pork, roast pork, is 239, and a large one is 319 baht. Roast beef, well, beef's always expensive in Thailand, and that's 299 for a small, or 419 for a large. And then you got your roast lamb, which is even more expensive, for 399 for a small, or 519 for a large. And then if you're a vegetarian or vegan, they've got a nut and vegetable roast as well. So a lot of choice. And if you prefer Thai, or if you're coming with a Thai girlfriend, a lot of Thai people don't like Sunday roast. They've got a small menu with Thai food: fried rice, Thai basil, green chicken curry, tom yum, pork penang and chicken with cashew nuts, plus a load of starters, buffalo wings and Caesar salad, and quite a nice menu. But the good thing about here is all quality. The food is very, very good here. I got roast chicken, and this is the small roast chicken, not the large. And May got roast pork. Just see it hiding there behind the Yorkshire pudding. May's never had a Sunday lunch before. She's never seen a Yorkshire pudding. You know what this is? No. It's Yorkshire pudding. I was brought up on this. I was weaned on Yorkshire pudding. So you get all this, and a little dish of cauliflower cheese separate. And as I said, I think this is the best Sunday roast in the whole of Hua Hin. So my morning walk at Hin Lek Fair cost me nothing. My morning at Soi Noi Beach cost me 50 baht for a mango smoothie and 20 baht for the chair, which comes to 70 baht, or around $2. At the pub, we had roast pork and roast chicken, a glass of white wine and a pint of beer, which came to 680 baht, or $20. So the whole day at the beach and out for a magnificent Sunday lunch cost about $22 for 2 people. So that was our Sunday here in Hua Hin, which was a lot different from my Sundays back in Middlesbrough in my youth. Sometimes, if we're feeling up to it, we head out around 7:30 on the evening to one of the good night spots in Hua Hin. There's many to choose from, but the best ones for me are Bangkok Po, where it's mainly Thai music being played, and the Rock Zone, that has musicians playing Western rock music. There's no entry fee to listen to the music at either venue, so a few hours there and a couple of drinks rarely cost me more than 300 baht, or about $10. So if we decided to go out on the evening, the whole day would cost around $32 for a lovely, stress-free, early morning walk, then a few hours relaxing on Soi Noi Beach, and then a fantastic Sunday lunch like Mum used to make, and on the evening having a couple of drinks and listening to some great live rock bands. So I'll leave you now with some great rock music from the Rock Zone. The Rock Zone is just down the road from Bangkok Po, only about a 2-minute drive from there. They have live music 7 nights a week. They have normally the same 3-piece band, except they change the singer. Maybe 3 times a week they have a different singer, but the other 2-piece guitar and drummer are there every night. So if you don't recognise your country as the country that you grew up in, maybe you should take a look at Thailand. Go to my website and take a look at the Retiring Thailand Handbook 2026 or one of my other books on retiring overseas. Thanks very much for watching. Take care and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.